Hello everybody and welcome back to Analog Vernacular. Today we're going to be playing some more Fire Emblem Three Houses. We got to the time skip. We finally got to the time skip. Oh my gosh, everything's new here.
Part 2. Crimson Flower. Ethereal Moon. Beyond Escape. It is Imperial Year 1185. Half a decade has passed since Emperor Edelgard ascended the Imperial throne, yet the continent of Fodlan still remains lost in a tempest of turmoil and bloodshed. In the Holy Kingdom of Fargus, King Dimitri has welcomed Archbishop Rhea and her knights, who were driven out of Garreg Mach to the kingdom capital.
Okay.
As they work to build a unified front, the war with the Empire rages on to the west.
So the church located into the kingdom
Meanwhile,
now.
Claude,
Dimitri.
leader of the Alliance, staves off Imperial intervention by strategically stirring up conflicts between Leicester lords in an effort to feign neutrality. As events unfold, Edelgard and her Black Eagle strike force begin to take action in an attempt to break the war's current state of deadlock.
All right.
You. How long do you intend to sleep? Your body is awake. Your eyes must open now, and you must find the strength to stand upon those legs of yours.
Just another 5 years, please.
Like so much rain, a pool of blood has fallen to the ground. As spears and arrows pierce the earth, it weeps. And even now, it weeps. In order to survive, they kill. And so the people of this world are lost in an abyss of suffering. They weep as well. The only one who truly knows the nature of such things is I. Or rather, you.
Who?
Excuse me? Are you saying you have forgotten who I am? How dare you?
I would never forget you, Sothis.
Get on your feet. Right now. I'll coddle you no more. You are just like a child.
She's pissed.
Always needing me to hold your hand.
All right.
Hey, are you awake?
Who are you?
I'm just a villager here. What are you doing in a place like this? I honestly didn't expect to find someone floating away down the river.
Garreg Mach is upstream of here, but that place was abandoned.
What do you mean?
Huh? You don't know? The Church of Saros isn't there anymore. Though, there have been some folks still living there in the 5 years since... well, you know. Regardless, the Imperial Army has taken over now.
5 years?
Are you feeling alright? You didn't hit your head or anything, did you? It's the ethereal moon of the year 1185. It's been nearly 5 years since the monastery fell. Tomorrow was supposed to be the Millennium Festival, but who's got time to think about things like that?
The Millennium Festival.
Yeah, that's what I said. But with the war and the Archbishop still missing it all, I doubt there's a soul to be found who has enough blessings worth counting. Hey, slow down, will ya? Where do you think you're going?
The monastery.
Are you crazy? The Imperial Army is there. Come on, I promise I won't say you're a coward. Just forget about going anywhere near the monastery. You just remember I tried to stop you. Got it? It's not on my conscience if you wind up dead.
Don't worry. My students are waiting for me.
Students? You really are crazy, aren't you?
Yeah, probably.
There aren't any kids anywhere near that place anymore. Unbelievable.
"5 years ago to the day. If things had continued on as they were, today would have been the Millennium Festival.
Halt! Who's there?
It can't be. Professor? Is it really you? But I searched everywhere and never found a trace. My teacher. What have you been doing all this time? Where have you been?
I was sleeping.
Joking? At a time like this? You do realize it's been 5 years since you disappeared. Do you have any idea how guilty I felt? How broken my heart was? I searched high and low after you vanished. Although there was no proof, I somehow knew you were alive. All this time, I led everyone as best I could, and fought with all my heart. It's been a difficult path to walk alone. Welcome back, my teacher. I'm so happy that you're safe.
This is so different than meeting Dimitri here.
5 years. Such a short time, but it feels like an eternity ago. Do you still feel the way you did all those years ago? You said then that you would fight at my side no matter how many enemies we should amass. As for me, my resolve has not faltered. I'm determined as ever to see this through to the end. I will defeat the false goddess. I will save this world from those creatures and give humanity its freedom back.
So something I was thinking about, just like over the last day since I recorded the last episode, is, why she thinks that Rhea is so bad. And I kind of wonder, because I don't really see Rhea as a purely evil person. I think that she's flawed, and I think that she's capable of doing bad things, just like Edie's capable of doing bad things, and just like Dimitri's capable of doing bad things. But I never saw her as evil. And I wonder if she's been, put down this path by the group that Thales is involved with. Or Talus, is that how you say it? Is it Talus or Thales? I think it's Talus. But yeah, I wonder if maybe she's being tricked. Because I've never seen Rhea as someone who has bad intentions, necessarily. But let's continue. I was just thinking about that over the last day. Because I remember I was kind of speculating in the last episode on whether or not Rhea has an evil in her, and I don't know. I don't see it. So the more I think about it, that doesn't quite fit for me. And it doesn't seem to be in line with what most of this game has been, which has been more about showing kind of grays in most of the main characters. But let's go on.
So, my teacher, are you prepared to stand with me?
I am.
I thank you. Truly. Now then, I assume you understand the situation at hand, yes?
I really was asleep all this time, Edie.
Another joke? Or are you telling the truth?
It's that one.
I suppose you must be. In that case, I'll tell you all that has transpired as you slumbered these past 5 years. And that is where we are now. The war is at a stalemate. Dimitri is the new king of Fargus. It's clear that his territory will continue to support the church.
I wonder if he still went down a similarly dark path, if he is out for blood in the same way that he was in our run. Or, will he be more put together is my question. Or will he be a mess still?
Meanwhile, Claude's leadership has thrown the Alliance into chaos. He maintains neutrality in their internal conflict. The situation has created a deadlock. We've been awaiting an opportunity for our squadron to return to the monastery. With you in the fray, I believe the state of the war will shift immediately. The Church, as well as the Kingdom and the Alliance. The time has come to eliminate them all.
The Kingdom and the Alliance.
Although we were of different houses, we were companions who lived and learned together.
Now, another question I have is, I'm guessing there's going to be another similar battle at Gronder again. But, will we, after that point, will we also be able to kind of get Claude to join our cause on this side of things? Or will he not be interested?
Some of our
so many
ranks
questions.
are hesitant to battle
I'm
against
excited.
them, and against the people of their homelands. However, Knowing that you're alive is sure to raise their spirits. Good. Well then, I believe it's time for a little reunion. The Black Eagle Strike Force never lost faith. They knew you were alive and have been awaiting your return. Let's not keep them waiting any longer.
Agreed. Let's go see them. Come on, let's go. I know many of their designs already, but I haven't seen a lot of them, except for in the battles that we had to fight them. And Dorothea, who I had recruited. And Bernie as well, because I had Bernie recruited as well. Each unit has grown over the past 5 years. You should check their classes and weapons.
Well now, that face is certainly familiar. I am glad to see you alive and well, Professor.
Oh my gosh. Look at him. Petra looks so good. Her time skip is awesome. Kaspar's got his real heavy armor. Cool. We already know what Bernie looked like. Hubert, we got to see him a little bit for sure. Linhardt. Dude. Ferdinand's looking pretty dapper though. Alright. There they are, guys.
Professor! It's me, Bernie! Do you remember me? I can't believe you're here!
Now I will say that the Blue Lion's introduction to everybody was pretty damn epic. Like here we're just kind of like meeting them at the monastery, which is fine and dandy, but the way they did it in Blue Lions was really, really cool. Like we started on a solo mission, just me and Dimitri, and then slowly our team just kind of like came into the map and we got to see their new designs, and it was awesome. It was really good.
I can't believe it. Is this a dream? Can we really be this lucky?
This is not dreaming. Our professor is with us again. Welcome to the back. I mean, welcome back.
There you go, Petra. You
Our
got
group
it.
isn't the same without you. I am overjoyed to see you again.
It's been so long. Seeing you again fills my heart with hope.
Great. Now everything will be easy. That's great you're safe, Professor. I'm deeply, deeply moved.
I like how in their post-time skips, their voices do have a slightly different quality. Linhardt's especially stood out there.
Quite the reunion, isn't it, Professor? Everyone's happy to see you.
Come on, Edelgard. You must be happier than all of us combined. She took it really hard when you disappeared, Professor.
And
Of
she's
course, we did our
embarrassed.
very best in your absence. And there was never a day that we doubted you would return to us.
Edelgard has been leading us as Emperor. But after you disappeared, it became apparent that you were her anchor. It gives me regret to be admitting this, but our power is not enough. The only one who can be meeting Edelgard's expectations is you, Professor.
Most impressive of all is your uncanny ability to bring a smile to everyone's face.
In the years since you vanished, we have not lost anyone from our ranks.
We all longed for your presence and your leadership, myself included.
It seems fitting to view this as a new beginning for the Black Eagle Strike Force. We already have our target.
Yeah, what is it?
Yes, we must eliminate the Alliance before moving on to fight the Kingdom and the Church.
Ouch.
However,
Straight to
that
the
doesn't
point.
necessarily mean we must occupy the entirety of the Alliance. House Regan stands against the Empire. Therefore, our target is Deirdre, the aquatic capital.
We must cross the Aramid River, which separates the Empire and the Alliance. To do that, we must take the largest bridge across it. The Great Bridge of Myrden. Myrden connects the monastery and the Imperial capital to the east. It is the shortest route there.
An Alliance stronghold has been built at the Great Bridge. We'll take that and then head north. At the same time, we must defeat the one who defends it, Judith von Daphne. If we can also take control of Daphne territory, it would be greatly beneficial to us. Prepare yourselves. The next battle will be a momentous one.
Is Judith the one who was... Is that Claude's mom? No, because that would be a Regan. Did we meet Judith? I feel like we might have.
Join me, my friends, as we begin our journey to bring peace and solace to this war-ravaged world.
You're curious to know how Ferdinand is doing. Go for a visit. Let's do it.
Take that!
You're fighting more intensely than usual.
Yes, I am in a hurry. Edelgard claims victory after victory. She never stops. 5 years ago, she ascended the throne and swept away the corrupt nobles, my father included. I always thought I would be the one to unseat him. But she did it instead, with all the ease and indifference of someone cracking an egg. Now, as the head of House Eyre, I serve Edelgard. I have to accept that I am her subordinate, working beneath her to reunify Fodlan.
How's that going for you, buddy?
The disparity between Edelgard and myself is obvious. She never stops moving forward, single-minded, never wavering. But where does that leave me? Here, flailing about, going nowhere, contributing nothing.
That's not true, Ferdinand.
But it is. That is the reality. Not once since our days at the Academy have I exceeded Edelgard's abilities. I saw her as a worthy opponent. She did not even see me as a contender. She did not even consider me at all. As the head of the noble House Eyre, I must be able to achieve results. But all my efforts have come to nothing.
Wow, he's
Results
having a hard
are
time
everything.
with it.
I have not shown results, so I will be stagnating here forever.
Damn, dude. Yeah, he's having a hard time right now, isn't he? But you have achieved results, Ferdinand.
I appreciate your kind words, but you are wrong. I know that I have a massive wall to climb, and I must climb it alone. Even so, may I ask a favor?
Yes.
Professor, please keep an eye on my progress. I would appreciate if you were always by my side, bearing witness to my accomplishments.
Alright, well, I mean, it's not necessarily untrue that he was never really a true rival to her. She was way more in control than he ever could have been. So he's not wrong necessarily there, but like, dude needs to have some self-worth, man. Come on, Ferdinand. You're better than this. Aww. St. Keyhole Day is today. There will be a hymn recital in the cathedral. Will you participate? I suppose. It seems disrespectful to do that to Sedith, but, especially after how we treated him the last time we saw him, but... Sorry, Sedith.
They won't notice
Happy
if
birthday.
one person doesn't sing, will they?
The utter discord. I cannot stand it. I do wish everyone would listen to one another.
You have allies who can take master exams. Take a look at certifications to review which they can take. Oh cool, because yeah, they gain a couple of levels over the time skip. Kind of naturally. Let's go to the marketplace and buy as many master sills as I can get, which is none apparently right now. Okay. I guess we'll have to wait until we actually explore, maybe? Yeah, I'm not really sure. Okay, who can do the certification? Edie can. She's probably got her Armored Lord. Dude. Adjacent allies deal 3 extra damage during combat. We'll have to keep that in mind while she's an Armored Lord. Cool. Grants attack +5 when using an axe. That's what they've got her classed in right now, right? Yes. Looks like it. Okay. What would she qualify here? I guess if she was going to go this way, she would either be a Great Knight or a Wyvern Lord. But for the most part, she's going to stay in her other Lord classes. So yep, heavy armor and axe, huh? Cool. So in her goals, we should probably set her up to start working on her heavy armor, because that's the one that we haven't been working on her with. So, yeah. Wait, is she able to wield magic? I should look at that too. A master in the way of this. No, armored class. Wields an axe with ease. Doesn't look like. No magic. Okay. I was wondering if maybe she would have magic, but doesn't look like it. Okay. Caspar, he hit his. He has not mastered his current one yet. And he needs to work a little bit harder before he qualifies. So he needs a C in lance, A in flying. How close is he? Not very. I haven't really been working on his lance. I probably should get that up. Yeah. His axe is set up, so we'll set him up to work on lance and flying next. And since he's mastering his class currently, he's got some time. Okay. Those were the only ones at 30. Alright, let's see what other supports we've got. Oh my gosh. Okay, so today is just going to be support central. Look at Raphael and that hair. Oh my gosh, he looks like he's from the 80s, man. That's an 80s do if ever I saw one, is it not? Dude, Lysithea, you look great. I don't know if we ever saw her updated design. Let's see, anybody else? I mean, we got to see him briefly. We know Felix very well. We know Mercy very well. Yeah. It's kind of too bad that, like, Shamir, Aloise, Hanneman, and Manuela don't get any kind of change. That would have been kind of nice to see. Okay, let's do some of these. Oh my gosh. Okay, we're going to be doing these for a while, guys. This episode might just be supports, goddamn. Your bond with Hubert has deepened. You should try listening. Oh, when they're ready to speak. That's right. They approach us on this one. So let's look at these other ones. Edie and Ferdinand.
Standing tall, I see.
Edelgard, hello. What do you think of this horse? An equine marvel, no? Look how intelligent he is. You can see it in his face. Certainly much smarter than your horse.
God. She just shakes her head.
What a lovely bloom.
Oh my god.
Behold, Edelgard. Do you see this blood-red bloom? This is much more impressive than the pale little sprigs you have there. And as I'm sure you know, redness symbolizes courage and strength.
Ferdinand, stop.
I agree with Edie.
I can't
Stop.
believe you're wasting my time with a petty one-sided rivalry.
What are you complaining about? You told me not to publish my pamphlet, and I complied.
I've had enough of your foolish antics. Very well. I will grant you the duel you so desperately desire.
Oh, damn.
But when I win, you must forfeit the right to bother me with your ridiculousness. Forever. Do we have a deal?
Ah, so you'll fight me after all? Wonderful. To battle, then!
Oh, it's not going to end well for you, Ferdy.
All right, Edelgard. Have at me.
As you wish. Ha!
If Hubert knew about this, he'd be so
It only
pissed.
took you one blow? How?
I can't afford to hold back against an opponent like you. I led with my fastest, strongest strike.
And this is the point where Hubert would come out of the shadows and shank you with a knife, or, just blow your head off with some dark magic.
Fastest and strongest? You're just flattering me. I have been defeated. Utterly. I cannot believe I was foolish enough to challenge such a plainly superior opponent.
The difference in our skill level is not so great as all that. If you had taken the first strike, you might have won. That's why I didn't give you the chance.
I do not think talent is what separates us so much as readiness. I had not the faintest idea of what to expect from a real duel. I was playing, but you were not. That such an ill-prepared noble would think to challenge you? It is laughable.
At least he's self-aware, I guess.
Ferdinand.
The disappointment in her voice is so real right now. Okay, Linhardt, you're up next.
Linhardt, at least try to do some training. Use a staff, or a rod, or a broom, for all I care.
I can't help but feel like Edie is just like the mom of the group, making sure that everybody is on point. She probably has to spend all of her energy just making sure that all of these Black Eagles, focus.
My apologies, but I cannot train right now. I have plans for later and don't wish to tire myself.
Troublemakers, all of
Caspar
them.
invited me to train with him, you see.
You slept through the whole debate, didn't you? Fine, I'll summarize it for you.
Not the whole debate. I closed my eyes only after I knew what reading would cover the topic.
There you are. Don't tell me you were sneaking out to do some training.
Of course not. I was sneaking out to avoid you. How did you find me this time?
A mere coincidence. Why would you wish to hide from me?
Because you're an awful nuisance? Why do you pester me so?
To ensure that your talent is not wasted due to your lack of...
It's none of your business how I spend my time or how I use my talent. Have you assumed the role of my mother? You overplay the part. She was only half as overbearing.
What is the matter with you?
Yeah, this is unlike him.
I'm trying to prevent you from making a mockery of the Black Eagle Strike Force.
He's usually very polite, for the most part.
Fine, I'll try harder. Really. I'm sure you see all this as my interfering with your duty as a leader. Have you considered how it feels for those of us who serve below you? You are a serious pain, you know.
How so?
You're like a mother who insists on accompanying her son to his own knighting ceremony.
That's a very timely comment considering what I said at the start of this support.
That's taking it a bit far, don't you think?
No, I'd say that it's putting it lightly. All your interfering is greatly hindering my research.
I see. Very well. You've made your perspective perfectly clear.
I think you hurt her feelings a little too. Okay. Sorry, I had to go and fix something really quickly. I'm trying out some other settings in OBS to see if I can reduce some of that stuttering. So there's a little bit of stuttering that's happening every once in a while in my videos right now, in my recordings. And I just wanted to see if I could find a fix for that. So I'm going to be watching fairly closely to see if it's stuttering anymore while I'm playing. So let's continue on. Dorothea.
Hey, Adie, take a look at this. I received it as a gift. It was sent from... I don't remember. Anyway, the point is...
Dorothea, when you receive a gift, don't you think you should try to remember who it's from?
You're right. That's a little thoughtless of me.
What's gotten into you lately? You seem mostly uninterested in the various suitors throwing themselves at you. Is something on your mind?
Oh, don't worry about me. Everything's fine. I'm just finding it difficult to care about chasing after love as much as I used to.
Do you have any idea why?
Well, I do have an inkling.
You seem reluctant to tell me. Is it somehow my fault?
No, nothing like that. Okay, I suppose you're not completely wrong, but...
How do you mean? Please, just say what's on your mind.
When the two of us are together, talking like this, somehow I don't feel like I care about my troubles with love anymore. So it's fine.
There's nothing wrong with that, of course. But it seems we should get to the bottom of such a drastic change. Maybe we can figure it out if we just...
Adi, I'm telling you, I'm fine. If you push me any further, I'll write an opera about you. I'll do it right here and now. And then I'll sing it in your face.
Settle down, Dorothea. I can take a hint. If you insist, I'll drop the subject. Whatever you do, don't write more opera lines about me. My cheeks are probably still red from your last performance.
Well, I can't promise anything. But if I try real hard, by the time the war is over, I might just have an opera written, starring you. No need to worry though, Adi. I'll be fabulous as you. A performance they'll rave about for years.
The frightening part is that I don't know whether you're joking or not.
She's not joking.
But I do
She's gonna
regret
do
to
it.
inform you that you won't be playing the role of Edelgard.
Why's that?
Don't you see? No story about me would be complete without the character of Dorothea. It would be ridiculous for you to play me instead of yourself.
Adi, you really are something special, aren't you?
Well, those two are adorable. That was their level A. Cool. Okay, Petra. Oh, this is their last one? They only get a B rank? Oh, man. Alright, let's watch it.
I have been watching you in secrecy, Edelgard. But you and Hubert were noticing me, correct?
Well, if you intend to shadow us like that, you can be sure it won't escape our notice. Hubert was primed and ready to remove you. I ordered him to stand
Yeah.
You have my thanks. I have been making a decision that I am wanting to learn from you. I was thinking it was enough to be shooting one bird with one arrow. But after speaking with you, I trained with hardness. Now I can be shooting 2 birds with 1 arrow.
Her new design is so good.
2 pheasants? Are you implying
I'm in
that...
love.
Yes, a single arrow.
That's astounding, Petra. It's perhaps a bit late to explain now, but what I was getting at earlier was actually...
I am having a joke.
You... come again?
I really was shooting these birds with 1 arrow, but my joke is that I did have understanding about what you told me. I took it to my heart.
Did you now?
You are a person with great bluntness. I am admiring of you. As an emperor, a commander, a warrior, and a friend, you are excelling at all that you do. All of the Empire is resting on your shoulders, and that is including Brigid, too. I will not be falling behind you. I will be carrying Brigid on my shoulders, too. And one day, you and I will be facing each other, and we will be shaking hands.
Yes, that much is certain. I can see that you no longer need me to look out for you. You and I are much the same. We dutifully shoulder our burdens and stand tall no matter what. It would be foolish of me to deny it.
Your words give me great joy. And it also gave me joy to see you being flustered when I was showing you the birds.
A cheap trick, to be sure, but inarguably funny. To think that you went to all the trouble of shooting 2 pheasants at once for the sake of a joke. Well played, Petra.
We both are growing
Talent.
every day. I hope we will keep doing so.
Petra, I'm coming for that S rank, girl. Oh, nice, Manuela. Fantastic.
Professor Manuela, may I come in? This room, what happened here?
Oh,
She's a
nothing out of the
mess.
ordinary. Why? Is something the matter?
Yeah, you need to clean up,
I
girl.
just, can I help you tidy up? Actually, I have to know. How did you make such a mess in the first place?
Please don't ask for the details. Suffice to say,
My room always looks like this after I've been dumped.
Which is all the time.
Well, let's see what we can do about it.
Your help was unexpected, but appreciated, Edelgard. Now, what can I do for you?
I heard that you haven't been acting like yourself, so I came to see if you're doing all right. But the moment I saw you, I could tell you were troubled, so it seemed pointless to ask.
I suppose it was rather obvious, wasn't it? Perhaps I should stop being quite so dramatic. All the same, dear, I'd like to repay you for helping me out. Name your prize.
I don't need a reward, but if you wouldn't mind answering my question, I'd greatly appreciate it.
Of course. What is it?
I once asked you why you chose to retire. You said that the goddess supports you emotionally, but it's up to you to take care of the rest. I have to admit that I don't quite understand what you meant by that. Can you please explain?
Did I say that? I suppose so. From joining the Middle Franc Opera Company to becoming a diva of the grand stage. I went through so much to achieve what I did. Looking back, I don't know how I made it.
What happened during that time?
A lot. My divinely gifted voice only got me to the edge of the stage. From there, I had to work hard to defeat my rivals. I did all of this by myself, through sheer force of will. All so I could stand center stage.
Edie can understand that.
I see I was wrong about something. I thought that being a devout believer implied a certain weakness of spirit, an inability to survive on your own. But you've proven me wrong, Professor Manuela.
The war is over. Okay, I don't think that's what's going on here. All right, Hubert, what have you got? Oh my gosh, here's the Hubert Bernie.
A summons from Bernadetta? How historic.
I've got something to give you.
Do you? What is it?
A token of apology for all the rude stuff I've said. It's only right. I hope this will help you let go of all the grudges you're probably holding against me.
There are no grudges, but very well. I'll accept it.
You will? Great! Here you go.
Some kind of embroidery. A flower. This is certainly lovely, but why give it to me? It seems like something you would send to a female friend or someone you had romantic feelings for.
But it's, lovely, you said, right? That's why. If you wear it, maybe you'll look less, terrifying.
You would like me to wear this?
You hate it, don't you? I knew it. I knew you'd be angry. Oh, I'm so sorry.
Sweet Bernie.
Why not? Do I put it here? It really is quite nice. I cannot say that it suits me, but...
No, it does. It looks great on you.
He didn't like that laugh.
Sorry.
Nothing else for it, I suppose. I dislike you laughing at me, but it is preferable at least to you fleeing in terror. Therefore, I will wear this when I am around you in the future.
Really?
Good
You
guy,
will?
Yubi.
I'm so glad. But you're sure? You're really sure?
If you're going to question me about it, perhaps I'll change my mind.
No. I believe you. You're a lot less scary with it on.
That is what's most important. Now I suppose it is safe for me to return to my usual strict methods.
No, I'm not ready!
This again.
Five years, and she's still terrified of him. At least he's trying. Ferdinand and Bernadetta. Tea time.
Even with the fires of war raging all around us, tea never fails to soothe the soul. Do you not agree, Bernadetta?
I hadn't actually thought about it, but yes.
Excellent. Oh, that reminds me.
What's that?
A long time ago, my parents were in talks to arrange my marriage with a certain young lady. She never set foot outside of her room, and she made little dolls to curse her perceived enemies. Such were the rumors. Frightened, I dissuaded my parents from going through with their plans.
I can see that. She does sound pretty frightening. I relate to the staying in the room part, though.
That girl was you, Bernadetta.
Yeah, come on, Bernie.
A daughter of House Varley.
What? I don't make dolls to curse people.
You are a skilled embroiderer, no? I guess I was wrong. You are not making dolls.
I did make dolls, but cute ones. Nice little carnivorous plants and things.
She's pissed. You see that face?
Maybe I should not have brought this up.
Why not? Carnivorous plants are adorable.
Hey, this is like... She's like active right now. She's standing up for herself. I like it.
Yes. Adorable. Anyway, if I had actually known you, I would have accepted the proposal.
Oh, hot damn.
Why?
What?
Did you have some scheme in mind?
Maybe he just likes you, Bernie. Take the compliment.
No, I just mean, now that I have gotten to know you, I would have been happy to...
So, you're saying you'd... with me?
Well, this is goddamn adorable.
It's getting kinda hot in here, isn't it? Maybe it's the tea.
Yeah, it's the tea.
Why are you getting
Sure.
so worked up? That was all a long time ago now.
A long time ago.
Yes. Now we are soldiers fighting together in the same great conflict, right? And my parents are gone. So any agreements they might have cooked up would be completely invalid.
I guess so.
Just think, if we had been married, we would not have been able to build such a deep friendship.
That's true. Yeah, we never would have gotten this close. I would have given up on the relationship my parents chose for me and shut myself away even more.
So all in all, I am glad I refused to marry that doll-cursing princess.
Hey! I said I never made cursed dolls!
Sorry. I am just glad to have met you at the monastery. I had better take my leave. We should have tea together again sometime soon.
Yeah, see you. I'm glad we met here too.
All right, well, that relationship just went canon in my mind. That was adorable. I couldn't have seen them together until seeing that, but after that support, that was, yeah, I like that. All right, Ferdy and Petra, here's their A rank.
Ferdinand.
Huh? Ah, Petra. Is there something I can help you with?
No, I am not needing help. I was just thinking that you look... lonely.
Lonely? In wartime? Hardly. I am too busy trying to survive to feel lonely. But once we have survived, what will you do with yourself, Petra? Return to your home? Edelgard said she would like you to ascend the throne in Brigid, to ensure good relations between the nations.
Yes, my plan is to be returning home. But if Brigid and Fodlan can be friendly, I will be able to have visits whenever I choose. Maybe it is even possible for me to be living in Fodlan.
Live in Fodlan? Do you not want to go back to your homeland?
I do have the hope of returning one day, but Fodlan is also like a homeland to me now. I came to Fodlan 9 years ago. I have been living half of my life here. My family is living in Brigid, but in Fodlan, I have new family and new friends.
Does she get to visit her family? I would assume so. It doesn't seem like she's like a ward hostage necessarily. I know that that's kind of like what the initial thing was to kind of like keep Brigid in line. At least that's the impression I get. But like she's able to go and visit her family and stuff, right? Like has she not seen her family in 9 years?
New family? I am glad to hear you feel that way about us, Petra. In that case, we will have to make sure that none of us die. We do not want to lose anyone in the family.
I guess she would be allowed to, because the last time we did exploring, Ferdinand was telling her that she should go home. So, yeah. I guess that answers that, huh?
Yes, we will be winning, and you will not be dying.
Ha! Do not worry. I do not intend to die. I have some things to do when the war is over.
Things?
Yes. You and I can be the link between Fodlan and Bridget.
Oh.
Okay, I have to confess. I fibbed a little. About not being lonely.
Hey, Ferdinand, I already shipped you with Bernie, and I already shipped Petra with Byleth, so I'm just gonna stop you right there, okay?
When this war ends, I will be quite lonely indeed. If you go back to Bridget.
Is that a truth?
I have just made a decision. I will work as an ambassador, improving relations between our people. Whether you are in Bridget or Fodlan, I will be there too. Then both places can move forward together in eternal friendship. We ought to join forces and make that a reality. Do you not agree?
You have my gratitude, Ferdinand. All of it. I have loneliness just like you. But your words gave me great happiness. Please do what you are saying, and be a bridge for Fodlan and Bridget.
You can count on me. We will keep at it, and one day...
Yes, one day, we will be seeing that future.
But not romantically. Watch, by the end of the game, like, I'll S-rank somebody else for some reason. Okay, Caspar and Petra, they're A-rank.
Hey, Petra. How's training going?
It is going well. I am not having any troubles right now.
Good, good. At least things haven't gotten worse, right?
He's still so awkward around her, the poor guy. He's still, like, it's okay, buddy. It's okay, she doesn't blame you for what your father did.
So, did you hear what happened the other day? The professor, really.
Caspar.
Oh, whoa, okay, there's no need for that.
You are the son of my father's killer. That means I must be killing you and taking revenge.
She's
What?
messing with him.
I thought you said it wasn't a big deal. We're not our parents and all that.
Your optimism is not making sense. It is not possible that you are not having hatred for me. My father was killed. By the Empire. By your father. And so I will be impaling you on this blade to be satisfying a deep wish of mine.
A deep wish? What are you talking about?
Just run, man.
I am talking about my wish. Of course, I am also having another wish. An even deeper wish. I wish for you and I to keep being friends. To keep fighting and surviving together.
So what do you think? Tell me in the comments. Do you think that deep down inside somewhere part of that was truth? I mean, she really wants to be his friend, but there might be a little bit of anger.
When you are speaking of your father, it is with a proud smile that injures my heart.
Okay, yep, there's the truth.
But that is only a small thing. You also are working harder than anyone I am knowing, so I can't bring myself to be killing you.
I see. So you do hate me because of what happened, but you still want to be my friend? You haven't stabbed me yet, so you obviously want me to live more than you want me to die.
Don't give her a reason, man.
That must be the truth. More than all of it, I am not wishing to be losing you. It would give me great sadness.
Oh, okay, that's a relief. I don't want to lose you either, and I definitely don't want to fight you. To be honest, if things were the other way around, I don't think I'd be able to forgive you. I'd hate you, and I'd hate myself for feeling that way.
Caspar.
But you're not like that. You see me as your ally and your friend. You had the chance to kill me, but you used it to show me that you want me to live. You really are an incredible person, Petra. I want to be more like you. I want to prove that I'm a good friend. I promise, you won't regret letting me live.
You have my gratitude for your understanding. Hearing your words gives me great happiness. I was always feeling, barrier between our hearts. I am sure I was also the one putting it there. But from now onward, I will be sharing all of my heart with you. My grief and anger, joy and love, all of it.
I'd like that, Petra. From now on, we'll be more honest and open with each other.
I really liked their support together. A lot. It's a good one. Really, really interesting dynamic going on. Okay, Raphael and Shamir. Look at him.
What's wrong with you?
Shamir! How long have you been there?
Too long. You're blocking my way.
Wait! There's something I wanted to ask you.
Ask? Just make it quick.
Well, you see, whenever I go into battle, the enemy seems to find me right away.
You're kind of a big target, dude. It's kind of hard to be sleuthy when you're that big.
I'm an easy target. But I want to be able to move around the battlefield without being noticed, like you do. So what do you think? Would it be possible?
Do you think you're being noticed because of your size?
Of course. I'm pretty hard to miss, you know. I thought that was obvious.
You're also a little bit loud.
Wrong. It's not your size, it's your presence. It's strong. Almost unbearably so.
Oh, ouch.
My presence. Is that something I can change?
With practice. Maybe. Let me ask you, have you ever felt my presence?
Now that I think about it, I haven't. That must be why I didn't notice you earlier. But how can I do that? Will you teach me? Please? Please?
Fine. There's a breathing technique that masks your presence. When you breathe, are you continuously inhaling then exhaling?
Well, of course. That's the best way I know how. I'd explode if I only breathed in.
All right, that's one of the greatest lines. I don't know. Raphael, dude, you're the best, man. What a line.
Right. To minimize your presence, breathe in, then out again. In through the nose, then gently out through the mouth twice.
In, out, out. That's it? I can definitely do that. I couldn't do it, Shamir.
Oh, why is this so funny?
Breathe less. Keep it to the absolute minimum.
I don't know the minimum.
It'll take some practice.
Oh my gosh.
Sure. I'll keep trying. In, out, out is trickier than it sounds.
Oh, what a good guy. Holy shit, that was just their first one? Oh my gosh, if they're all that good and that funny, I've got to see more of Shamir and Raphael. Oh my gosh. I'm probably the only one who thinks that that's as funny as I just laughed. Let me know. Let me know in the comments. Was it that funny, or am I just off my rocker? Oh good, more Lysithea and Hanneman. I think this is our last one.
Did you want something, Professor Hanneman?
Oh shit.
Lysithea, thank you for coming. First, I ask that you allow me to apologize. I fear I hurt you with my insensitive words. I have failed you, not as a researcher, but as a human being.
Oh, damn.
I'm the one who should apologize. I'm sorry for being rude to you. Anyway, I'll keep going along with your research. I have to be on my way now.
Please, Lysithea, a moment more. I did not call you here simply to apologize. I told you once that you were an exquisite subject for my crest research. Why? Because there are no records of any other person ever having borne 2 crests.
Correct.
We cannot say anything for certain about the makeup of your body. Therefore, it seems hasty to conclude that overcoming your shortened lifespan is an impossible feat.
What is it you're implying?
Lysithea, what is my field of study?
Crestology, of course.
Indeed, and the goal of my field is to unravel every single mystery crests might conceal. Someday, I even hope to devise a means to bestow a crest upon any who desires one.
Why would you want to do such a thing?
Yeah, that's not the thing you want to say to her, especially when it came with such a high price. What you should be saying is that with my research, I'm going to see if there is a way to help you. That's how to do that, Hanneman.
Because I despise this world in which the presence or absence of a crest can determine a person's worth.
Oh, cool. That's actually a decent reason.
However,
good for him.
If artificially implanting a crest causes too great a toll on the subject, it would be useless. As such, reducing the strain of crests on the human body is one of my research goals. Understanding how to implant a crest might also lead to the knowledge of how to remove them. Yes?
Do you think removing a crest could mean that they won't suffer from its effects any longer?
What I am trying to tell you is, the question of whether your lifespan can be restored is entirely within the scope of my research.
Yeah?
Could you really do that?
It is difficult to say for sure. But as long as the possibility exists, I will continue to seek it. Lysithea, let me ask you once more. Will you assist me in my research?
Professor Hanneman, I think I'm the one who should be asking for your help, really. Anyway, I'm sick of a crest determining a person's worth, too.
Ah, is that right? Perhaps you would even like to begin studying crestology yourself. I think you would make a fantastic apprentice. A life devoted to research is a noble life, you know.
If you do manage to restore my lifespan, I'd certainly think about it.
I will hold you to those words. Ah, I see a fine future ahead of us.
That was a nice ending to that. Okay. Man, so many supports for Byleth right now. Alright, save this onto a new line. And I think that we're going to end this as a somewhat short episode. So the next time we can just do the mission. Yeah, so I'm also going to be testing this recording since I changed some of my OBS settings. I would like to ask you guys if you notice any stuttering after I made the change on OBS. Please let me know. It may be a week of videos out before I actually am able to apply any notes that maybe you guys noticed. But I am making changes to try and make sure that my recordings are as smooth as possible. So I'll be working on that, and if you noticed anything in the video after the point where I changed the OBS settings that didn't look quite right, please let me know, because sometimes these things can slip through for me. And I would like to know, and I would like to make sure that everything is as smooth as possible. So thank you all for being here. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I hope that I'll see you all next time. Have a good one.